Hello everyone, welcome back to Claire Reacts. If you're new here, my name is Claire and today I'm going to be taking a look at A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms. If you're not new here, you may have seen my reactions to Game of Thrones and you might be able to tell that I am loving it. And I would say that loving is an understatement. You could say that I am Jaime and Game of Thrones is Cersei. But if we weren't related. I have really just been loving the show so far. I think that George R.R. Martin did a fantastic job at not only world building and character building, but the depth of the story is so impressive. So as soon as I heard that there was going to be a show in the same world, I was super excited and I immediately looked up and I saw that it's starting pretty soon. It comes out on January 18th, 2026, which is a couple days away, well, a couple weeks away, but it's very close, and I have not looked at anything about it. I did go to Barnes & Noble and I bought the book. It's that one right there. I have not read it yet because I've been told I should wait until after, so I'm super excited to see it, but in the meantime, I have not seen the trailer yet, so I thought we would watch the trailer and kind of see if there's any, like, pre-lore that I'm able to know about it, because I have no idea. I do know that people keep saying dunk an egg, but I don't know what that means. So I guess I'll figure that out today, and I'm really excited to watch the trailer with you guys, and this is going to be the first show that I'm watching live with you guys, so you get to see my reaction week by week as it comes out. As you know, Game of Thrones has been done and gone. It's many years ago, so I'm watching it after the fact, but now I get to see everyone else's reaction to it, and I do think that, I can't remember if I said this in this video already, but I think it's supposed to be more slice of life kind of thing, not as in-depth as Game of Thrones. So I'm kind of excited to see something on another side of the coin where it's just like violence, beheading, incest, crazy stuff, magic, like maybe, well, I guess it's the same world, so there still will be magic and probably some beheading. And we can assume that there will be, it's going to be different. It's going to be different. There may be incest, but it's going to be different, guys, okay? And I'm super excited. So, I mean, I guess without further ado, I'm just going to watch the trailer. I don't know what to expect, as usual. So, let's get into it. Oh, I think I got distracted because I was so excited, but I was gonna say, I'm very excited because I haven't watched anything live with you guys, and I'll be uploading it in its complicity. I'll be uploading the complete reactions, like unedited, all of that up on Patreon. I will have to edit it for YouTube, so if you're fine with that, then you can watch on YouTube, but if you would like to see the full version, I'll put it up on Patreon the day after it comes out. So I'll put it out on Monday, probably morning, because I think they are released on Sunday. So anyway, let's get into it. Okay, first up, this is the official teaser trailer by HBO, but this is from 2 months ago, and there's a more recent video. We're gonna watch both. They might kind of overlap in what they are, but I just want to watch all of it just because I like lore, and I think that this will be fun.
I was squire to Sir Arlen of Pennytree since I was a boy.
I don't think we know Pennytree.
He charged me to be a good knight, to defend the weak and the innocent. And I swore that I would.
Kind of looks like
Brienne. Lord Targaryen?
No.
Then would you move the fuck out of the way?
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, a little comedy.
What's your name?
Sir Duncan the Tall.
Never heard of him.
Do you know every knight in the Seven Kingdoms?
Is this on purpose that they have casted him to look just like Brienne? Are they related? Brienne of Tarth. I would jump for joy if we got. Okay, so it's 100 years before, so it's too far into the past for Brienne to even be a thought. But maybe, well, we don't know anything about Tarth from Game of Thrones. Maybe there's something told in the lore videos that I haven't watched yet. But you guys know I love Brienne.
Do you know every knight in the Seven Kingdoms then?
The good ones. If you could bring me to Ashford, I could swipe you, sir.
Rob me, and I'll hunt you down with dogs.
You don't have dogs!
I'll get some.
Where?
Oh!
George needs to.
Boys, stop gaping. See to my horse.
I'm not a stable boy, my lord.
Not clever enough.
A Targaryen? Oh, rude. Definitely a Wait, when were, I thought wait, how long ago did the dragons die out. I thought the dragons had been gone for hundreds of years because House of the Dragons is 300 years before Game of Thrones. I thought the dragons had been gone for way longer than 100 years. Is this a dragon? I don't have my glasses on. Also, it does seem like the Targaryen, when did the, this is mildly unrelated, but disappointingly, I saw a post, someone said that George R.R. Martin will never make anything, well, first of all, he needs to get back on track with the books, because I'm trying to finish those But I saw a post that said he will never make anything about Robert's rebellion because he wants it to be more mysterious, and he's already told us everything that he wants us to know. Darn. But I think it would be really interesting to see something about Aegon the Conqueror. And there are so many, isn't it so crazy that this is created by one guy? This makes me want to write something. Fun fact, when I was a kid, I don't know how old I was, but my mom would write down what I said, and I basically wrote a whole book when I was a child. Like, I created it in my head. It was called Tracoda. I don't remember anything about it now, but I remember there was like magic and stuff like that. But this really makes me want to get back into writing because it's just such an amazing form of expression. I just appreciate it so much, especially because George is so thorough, for lack of a better word. Everything has a purpose, which is why I think in the later series, like in the later seasons of Game of Thrones, people get upset because the thoroughness dies out a little bit. There are things that are never mentioned again that I feel like George would mention again. I get it. They were trying to rush and then they got bit in the ass because they didn't even get selected for the Star Wars project. By the way, I also love Star Wars. I'll have to eventually watch the last 3 movies. Let's get back to the night.
I know I'm just a hedge knight, but sometimes I think there could be more.
Why do you treat these royal lapdogs like they're your betters?
They are my betters.
These men have a name. I'm training. What chance do I have?
I have no chance.
A falling star brings luck to those who see it.
So the luck is ours alone?
Okay, this
I need
seems
to fight
super
honorably.
cool.
But sometimes I think I buried my courage alongside the old man.
Within every man, there are many men. So be brave. Be just.
Whoa. Aww.
Be tall.
I've never seen jousting like this. Oh my gosh, I have chills! It's so exciting! Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for this. I'm so excited for this, but I have been told that there's only 6 episodes and each of them is 30 minutes, which, I mean, we're seeing the book. Like, it's very thin. It makes sense. I did actually look this up on Reddit because I was curious to see people's reactions to it. I didn't watch this or like read anything about what the show was about because I know a lot of people were angry about the duration of time that passed in between House of the Dragon series because I'm going to watch that too. I'm going to start that probably right after I post this video. So if you want to go check that out, you can. But people were mad because I didn't know this. I didn't even know. Game of Thrones was not even really on my radar until I started watching it because people were like, let's see Game of Thrones. And I was like, okay. And then I didn't realize House of the Dragons was a thing. So I didn't know this was a thing. But then I looked up House of the Dragons and people were mad because there was 2 years in between each season. I didn't know that. So now I'm assuming this is going to be the same thing. But I did see a lot of people comment that the reason that people are upset is because they're expecting, because this is part of the Game of Thrones world, they're kind of expecting a Game of Thrones style show. But I think that people may be forgetting that the book is this big. And people complained, apparently, about lots of filler within House of the Dragon and the rush of the last seasons of Game of Thrones. You can't win. Because if they make the episode short to coincide with the book, then it's not enough. But if they add filler, then this didn't happen in the book. This is too much. Like, this isn't what we asked for. So, do I think that it warrants 2 years in between each season? No. Do I hope that that's not the case with this? Yes. But I am very intrigued to see this. I tend to view things in a more positive perspective, I think. There weren't many things about Game of Thrones that I hated. So I'll see if this is the same thing. And it also seems like this is more lighthearted than Game of Thrones. There's obviously still going to be the same themes because it's the same world. You can't really get around that. I am hoping there's not as much like female violence because it was a bit abrasive. Considering Game of Thrones is the only show that I've ever watched like that, it was a little, it was a little surprising. But this does seem like it's, well, one thing I will say that I already really like about this is that it does not seem like there's a romantic interest. Which, despite the fact that I'm a girl, I do appreciate romance, but I also appreciate when there's no romance encapsulated in a piece of work that does not require there to be romance. This just seems like a kind of coming of age, becoming who you're supposed to be. And I see a comment on here that I actually remember from Game of Thrones. 4 pages for Sir Duncan. Must have been quite a man, says Joffrey to Jaime. And Jaime says, so they say. So I'm assuming the first season, the first 6 episodes will just kind of be like we're gearing up, and then 2 years from now we'll see Sir Duncan the Tall. I'm super excited. I think that having a new perspective on this world is going to be very interesting because this is something that I thought of while I was watching Game of Thrones. The way that the characters interact with each other is extremely serious. There are not many points in Game of Thrones where there is any lightheartedness, and if there is, like the first example that comes to my mind is the scene where Jon and Sam at the wall are like fighting, not like fighting, they're like arguing, like kind of giggling inside while they're cleaning the tables, and Alistair Thorne comes in and is immediately like, y'all are gonna die if you don't stop dicking around. So it's like as soon as something lighthearted happens, it's immediately met and crushed out. Like there's not really any brightness to the show. So I'm excited to see, like I said, a different side of the coin. And I think that it will be very curious to see George's take. Like I said, I haven't read it. So George's take on something that seems to be a different side of the world. Like the way that Sansa and Arya, who are siblings and supposedly friends, interact with each other is still very stoic. It's very proper. And it seems like this is more of a humorous side to it, which I can appreciate because the world of Westeros and Esteros, what is it called? What is the whole world called? Do I even know that? Anyway, the 7 Kingdoms is not even all of it, you know? And so I'm excited to see just different perspectives of the same thing because everyone's perspective is different. I do want to read some of the comments on here just because my memory is really bad, and I think that this will remind me of several things that happened in Game of Thrones that may tie back to this. Oh my god, I literally just got emotional reading this one. Egg, I dreamed that I was old, and that's a quote from Aemon. Oh my god, I was so sad during that episode. I hope that this one better not make me cry, because Game of Thrones has me like snot crying, hooting and hollering. Oh, perfect. For those of you who don't know about this book, it is much, much more lighthearted than the original series. It won't make you feel miserable or depressed. Perfect. I'm trying not to read anything that has any sort of correlation to the book. I want to avoid that. They are related! Oh, yes. Yeah, the cast, someone said the casting is insane. He really looks like Brienne's ancestor. They do. Also, I saw an edit on my TikTok For You page, and it was an edit of Jaime and Brienne, and some motherfucker commented and said that they were married in real life. I got so excited, and I Googled it. It turns out they're lying. Unnecessary. Oh, wait, something else that I saw. Oh, wait, so Dunk and Egg. So Dunk, okay, so Egg is the bald little fellow. Wait, does that mean that little guy's a Targaryen? Wait, how old is Maester Aemon? I mean, obviously he's old. Does that mean that they were friends, or are they related? I need to pull out the Targaryen family wreath again. Yes! Is this... So, I have seen a lot of, like, fan edits and things of Game of Thrones, and we know that Robert Baratheon was apparently a tremendous force to be reckoned with when he was in his prime, and he wore a stag helmet, like stag antlers on his helmet, because their sigil is the stag. So are we seeing... Something that I am wondering about is, maybe someone can explain this to me. I'm sure I am just not grasping a very simple concept, which is not hard to believe. So there are different houses based on different families. Are you just called a banner? So, for example, someone in Winterfell who is not a Stark, are they still considered, like, their sigil is still the wolf? Are they just considered a bannerman? Like, for example, if the Baratheons had, like, a castle, would someone that lives there who is not a Baratheon still wear the stag helmet? Or is that reserved for only Baratheon individuals? So I think that this, what will probably happen also, this is super cool armor right here. Something I am excited about is that although this might be lighthearted and more fun, George does a really good job of slipping in little teeny bits of, like, I would love to meet him and just kind of, just like regular, like just talk to him and just see, like, if you could tell that, like, I personally, this is kind of funny, I think he's a genius. Like, someone who is capable of creating 40 different books that are all the same, and like some of these comments are saying, like Joffrey saying something about all of the pages for Sir Duncan, and then Egg, I dreamt that I was, like, all of these things, like, they're just being slipped in like it's nothing, but it's always something. And I'm curious to know if he has an entire room that's full of string and photographs. It's like going back and forth, because this is a masterpiece. Like, this world really is a masterpiece. And that's why I think that so many people were so disappointed that seasons 7 and 8 were so rushed. Because personally, I didn't hate them that much. But I understand that they were rushed, and that's why it seemed unrealistic, because it was so fast. Like, all of a sudden we were doing something, I'm like, whoa, what's going on here? So, I hope that this is not rushed, but it seems like they've been filming for a very long time. So, fingers crossed that it's not. A lot of people say this seems like it's almost exactly like the book. So, that's good. Okay, there is another video that I want to watch. That one was the trailer from HBO and Game of Thrones. But now there is another video that was posted 11 days ago that is slightly longer, that just says, "Welcome to A Night of the Seven Kingdoms, A Night of the Seven Kingdoms." So we're going to watch this as well. I don't know if it's going to give us any more information or more visuals, but we can always just see. Oh my god, he looks like Brienne so much.
Sir Duncan the Tall.
Okay.
How good a knight are you?
You'll see. It's this way. Came for the tourney?
Journey is a contest for knights. You a knight?
I'm no farmer.
Yet you've come dressed as one.
Sir, I could squire you, and you could teach me. Every knight needs a squire, and you look like you need one more than most.
Sir,
Oh my
raised me
God.
to be a true knight, not with sword or lance, but with honor. And I swore that I would.
What's this?
It's a hedge knight, ain't it?
What?
It's like a knight, but sadder.
We're not sad.
If I could call myself a champion, some great house might take me into its service. Perhaps even House Targaryen.
Oh, okay.
Targaryens, they're incestuous.
True. Okay, so this kind of answers the question I was saying. All of the Targaryens have white blonde hair. Correct? Like, that's kind of a giveaway. Also, I heard that someone, I haven't read the Game of Thrones books yet. I want to wait until it's all done. To read it. But someone said that in the books, Tyrion has white hair. And apparently that's like a dead giveaway. But these people, the bannermen who were just crossing the bridge here on the horses, do not have white hair, but they're carrying the banner. So they're... Well, I guess they were at King's Landing. But they're from Valyria? I'm still fuzzy on all of this, so please, if you want to school me on some things without spoiling House of the Dragons and without spoiling Dunk and Egg. Is it called Dunk and Egg? I don't know. So those people are not Targaryens, they're just part of the house?
Perhaps even House Targaryen.
Targaryens, they're incestuous aliens and tyrants.
Sir Duncan the Tall, Aerion would like your head.
Maybe the gods figure this is what I deserve.
Come out, little knight.
And so, I ask you again, how good a knight are you?
Oh! I have chills again! So it's not just like cute slice of life. There is going to be like an overarching major conflict. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Okay.
You may be wise to run.
Won't they kill me if I run?
Want to kill you anyway.
As honor deserted the noble houses of Westeros! Are there no true knights among you?
Was that ill-handled?
Right, yeah.
Oh my gosh, it looks so moving. It looks so moving. We are seeing glimpses of women, but it's not the main purpose. I wonder where this is taking place.
Right, yeah.
Oh, someone did comment that they need to hurry up because Egg will age, like how the Stranger Things kids did. That is a good point. Someone said Egg is an airbender, I'm calling it. One of my favorite things about Game of Thrones is that the music electrifies you and it really adds something. Sometimes I think there's just music that's taking away from what's going on, but it really seems like the music truly deepens your experience, and I love that. Well, we do know that magic is real. Did magic die out with the dragons and come back with the dragons? Is that how that works? That would make sense. Another thing that I have noticed is that maybe this is just like kind of how they're directing them, but his movements and Brienne's movements are very similar. I don't know if you guys noticed that, like the way that they hold their swords, the way that they move, like, oh my gosh. So after all of that, as I said, I'm thrilled. I'm so excited. January 18th can't come fast enough, and I hope that you guys are looking forward to it as well. If you would like to watch along with me, you can join the Patreon. You can either follow for free just to get updates, or you can subscribe for $5 to get access to everything that I'm watching, including Game of Thrones, also watching Breaking Bad, Peep Show, some movies, all that stuff. But I will be uploading these, like I said, the day after they come out on Mondays. So if you would like to watch them on here, I will have to edit them down a little bit because of copyright reasons. But I will definitely try to do a relatively in-depth analysis of what I'm seeing, because I think something that I didn't do in the beginning of Game of Thrones is go out of my way to make sure that I'm understanding what's going on. I didn't start taking notes until season 2, and I think that helped a lot. So right out of the gate, I'm just going to make sure that I understand what's happening, especially because so many things get referenced in the future. George, you have done it again. Hopefully I'm not the only one that's looking forward to this as much as I am. So if you are, feel free to subscribe and follow along as I watch this, or check out the Patreon, and I will see you guys very soon, probably for House of the Dragons or another episode of Game of Thrones or something like that. So thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys again very soon.